pouring into them. I do not look at trifles, but at the love with which they come to me. Yet they make an exchange. They pay more attention to straws than to love. But while love destroys the straws, with many straws love cannot increase even a tiny bit. Rather, it is decreased. But what is worse about these souls is that they get so disturbed, and they waste much time. They would like to spend entire hours with their confessors to talk about all these trifles, but they never get down to work with a good and courageous resolution in order to root those straws out. What should I tell you then, O my daughter, about certain priests of these times? One can say that they operate almost satanically, reaching the point of making themselves idols of souls. Ah, yes, it is by my sons that my heart is pierced the most, because if the others offend me more, they offend the members of my body, but my own offend me in my most sensitive and tender parts, deep into my inmost heart. Who can say the torment of Jesus? In speaking these words, he was crying bitterly. I did as much as I could to compassionate him and repair him, but while I was doing this, Jesus and I, together, withdrew into my bed. April 21, 1899. Jesus, the poorest of the poor. This morning, while I was in my usual state, in one instant I found myself within myself, but without being able to move. I realized that someone was entering my little room. Then he closed the door again, and I felt he was drawing near my bed. In my mind, I thought that someone had entered furtively, without anyone of my family seeing him, and had penetrated even into my little room. Who knows what he will to do me? My fear was so great that I felt my blood freeze in my veins, and I trembled all over. Oh, God, what to do? I said to myself. My family did not see him. I feel all numb, and I cannot defend myself, nor can I ask for help. Jesus, Mary, my mama, help me. Saint Joseph, defend me from this danger. When I realized that he was getting upon my bed, and he curled up near me, my fear was such that I opened my eyes and I said to him, "Tell me, who are you?" He answered, "I am the poorest of the poor. I don't have a place to stay. I have come to you if you want to keep me with you in your little room. See, I am so poor that I don't even have clothes, but you will take care of everything." I looked well at him. He was a 5 or 6-year-old boy, without clothes, without shoes, but so very beautiful and graceful. Immediately I answered him, "For me, I would gladly keep you, but what will my father say? I am not a free person who can do whatever she wants. I have my parents who prevent me. As for clothing you, I can do it with my poor toils. I will make any sacrifice. But as for keeping you here, it is impossible. Besides, don't you have a father? Don't you have a mother? Don't you have a place to stay?" But the boy answered bitterly, "I have no one. Oh, please, don't make me wander anymore. Let me stay with you." I myself did not know what to do, how to keep him. A thought flashed within me. Who knows whether it is Jesus, or maybe it is some demon to disturb me. So again I said to him, "But tell me the truth at least. Who are you?" And he repeated, "I am the poorest of the poor." I replied, "Have you learned how to make the sign of the cross?" "Yes," he answered. "Well then, make it. I want to see how you make it." So he signed himself with the cross. I added, "And the Hail Mary, do you know how to say it?" "Yes, but if you want me to say it, let us say it together." I began the Hail Mary, and he was saying it together with me, when a most pure light was unleashed from his adorable forehead, and I recognized that the poorest of the poor was Jesus. In one instant, through that light that Jesus sent me, he made me lose consciousness again and drew me outside of myself. I saw myself all confused before Jesus, especially because of my many rebuffs, and immediately I said to him, "My dear little one, forgive me. Had I recognized you, I would not have forbidden you to enter. And then, why did you not tell me that it was really you? I have many things to tell you. I would have told them to you, and would not have wasted time in so many useless things and fears. Besides, in order to keep you, I don't need my family. I can keep you freely, because you don't allow yourself to be seen by anyone." But while I was saying this, Jesus disappeared. And so it ended, leaving me a pain for not having told him anything of what I wanted to tell him. April 23, 1899, the praises and scorns of others. Today, I did my meditation on the harm that can come to our souls from the praises that other creatures give us. While I was doing the application to myself to see whether there was complacency for human praises within me, Jesus came close to me and told me, "When a heart is full of the knowledge of self, the praises of men are like sea waves that rise and overflow, but never go out of their boundary. In the same way, human praises yell and shout, they clamor, they get close even to the heart. But in finding it full and well surrounded by the strong walls of the knowledge of self, unable to find a place for themselves, they draw back, causing no damage to the soul. So, this is what you must be careful about, taking the praises and scorns of creatures into no account." April 26, 1899. Souls who are detached. Louisa prays for the healing of a speech defect of her confessor. Today, while my loving Jesus was making himself seen, it seemed to me that he was sending me many flashes of light which penetrated through all of me, when in one instant, I found myself outside of myself together with him, and the confessor was there. Immediately, I prayed my beloved Jesus to give a kiss to the confessor, and to go into his arms for a little while. Jesus was a child. To make me content, immediately he kissed the confessor on his face, but without wanting to detach from me. I remained all afflicted, and I said to him, "My little treasure, my intention was for you to kiss, not his face, but his mouth, so that, touched by your most pure lips, it might be sanctified and strengthened from that weakness. In this way, it will be able to announce your holy word more freely, and to sanctify others. Oh, please, I pray you to make me content." So Jesus gave him another kiss on his mouth, and then he said, "I am so very pleased with the souls who are detached from everything, not only in the affect, but also in the effect, that as they keep stripping themselves, my light keeps investing them, and they become just like crystals, such that the light of the sun finds no impediment to penetrate inside of them, unlike buildings and other material things." Then he added, "Ah, they think that they strip themselves, but instead, they come to be clothed not only with spiritual things, but also with corporal ones, because my providence has a care, all particular and special, for these detached souls. My providence covers them everywhere. It happens that they have nothing, but they possess everything." After this, we withdrew from the confessor, and we found many religious people who seemed all to have their goals set on working for their interest. Passing through their midst, Jesus said, "Woe, woe to one who works for the purpose of gaining money. You have already received your recompense." May 2, 1899. How all heaven is veiled in the church. This morning, Jesus aroused much compassion. He was so afflicted and in suffering that I would not dare to ask him any question. We would look at each other in silence. Every now and then he would give me a kiss, and I would kiss him, and he continued to make himself seen in this way several times. On the last time, he made me see the church, telling me these exact words: "All heaven is veiled in my church. Just as in heaven one is the head, which is God, and many are the saints of different conditions, orders and merits, so in my church in which all heaven is veiled, one is the head, which is the Pope, and the sacrosanct Trinity is veiled even in the triple tiara that covers his head. And many are the members that depend on this head, that is, different dignities, various orders, superior and inferior, from the littlest to the greatest, they all serve to embellish my church. Each one, according to its degree, has the office entrusted to it, and by the exact fulfillment of the virtues, it comes to give from itself a splendor so very fragrant to my church, that the earth and heaven are perfumed and illuminated, and the people are so drawn by this light and by this fragrance that it is almost impossible for them not to surrender to the truth. I leave it to you, then, to consider those infected members which, instead of shedding light, cast darkness. How much torment they cause in my church. While Jesus was saying this, I saw the confessor near him. Jesus stared at him with his penetrating gaze. Then he turned to me and told me, "I want you to have full confidence in the confessor, even in the smallest things, so much so that there must be no difference for you between me and him, and according to your confidence and faith in his words, so I will concur." In the very act in which Jesus was saying these words, I remembered about certain temptations of the devil which had produced a little bit of distrust in me. But Jesus, with his vigilant eye, immediately corrected me, and at that very moment I felt that distrust being removed from within my interior. May the Lord be always blessed, who has so much care for this soul, so miserable and sinful. May 6, 1899. Louisa looks for Jesus amid the angels. This morning, Jesus hardly made himself seen. I was feeling my mind so confused that I almost could not understand the loss of Jesus when I felt surrounded by many spirits. Maybe they were angels, I cannot tell with certainty. While I was in their midst, every now and then I would investigate. Who knows, I might feel at least the breath of my beloved. But as much as I did, I found nothing that would reveal the presence of my loving good. Then, all of a sudden, I felt a sweet breath coming from behind my shoulders, and immediately I cried out, "Jesus, my Lord." He answered, "Louisa, what do you want?" "Jesus, my beautiful one, come. Do not remain behind my shoulders, for I cannot see you. I have been waiting for you and investigating for the whole morning. Who knows, I might see you amid these angelic spirits that surrounded my bed. But I could not, therefore I feel very tired, because I can find no rest without you. Come, for we will rest together." So Jesus placed himself near me and sustained my head. Those spirits said, "Lord, how quickly she recognized you. Not even at your voice, but at your mere breath, immediately she called you." Jesus answered them, "She knows me, and I know her. She is so very dear to me, like the pupil of my eyes." And while he was saying this, I found myself in the eyes of Jesus. Who can say what I felt, being in those most pure eyes? It is impossible to manifest it with words. The very angels remained astonished. May 7, 1899. Purity of intention in operating. While I was doing my meditation during the day, Jesus kept making himself seen near me and told me, "My person is surrounded by all the works that souls do, as by a garment. And the more purity of intention and intensity of love they have, the more splendor they give me, and I will give them more glory. So much so, that on the day of judgment I will show them to the whole world, to let the whole world know how my children have honored me, and how I honor them." Assuming a more afflicted air, he added, "My daughter, what will happen to so many works, even good, done without purity of intention, out of habit and self-interest? What shame will not fall upon them on the day of judgment, in seeing so many works good in themselves, but made rotten by their intention, such that their very actions, instead of rendering honor to them, as they would to many others, will give them shame? In fact, I do not look at the greatness of the works, but at the intention with which they are done. Here is all my attention." Jesus kept silent for a little while, and I kept thinking about the words he had spoken to me while I was meditating within my mind, especially on the purity of intention, and on the fact that, when creatures do good, they must disappear, making the creature one with the Lord himself, as if creatures did not exist. Then Jesus continued, saying to me, "Yet it is so. See, my heart is so very large, but the door is very narrow. No one can fill the void of this heart but souls who are detached, naked, and simple. In fact, as you see, since the door is small, any hindrance, even the slightest, that is, a shadow of attachment, an intention which is not upright, a work done without the purpose of pleasing me, prevents them from entering to delight in my heart. Much love of neighbor enters my heart, but it must be so united to mine as to form one single love, in such a way that one cannot be distinguished from the other. But as for the other love of neighbor, which is not transformed into my love, I do not look at it as something that belongs to me. May 9, 1899. Threat of chastisements. Jesus gives his bitter breath to Louisa.
Watch
This
what
morning
magnesium.
I was in a sea of affliction because of the loss of Jesus. After much hardship, Jesus came and drew so close to me that I could not even see him. He reached the point of placing his forehead upon mine, of leaning his face on mine, and so with all the other members. Now, while Jesus was in this position, I said to him, "My adorable Jesus, you don't love me anymore." And he, "If I did not love you, I would not be so close to you." And I added, "How can you say that you love me if you no longer let me suffer as before? I am afraid you don't want me to be in this state anymore. At least, free me also from the bother of the confessor." While I was saying this, it seemed that Jesus would not pay attention to my words, but rather, he made me see a multitude of people who were committing every kind of evil. Indignant with them, Jesus would make different kinds of contagious diseases swoop down into their midst, and many would die black as charcoal. It seemed that Jesus would exterminate that multitude of people from the face of the earth. While seeing this, I prayed Jesus to pour his bitternesses into me, so as to spare the people, but he would not pay attention to me in this either. And replying to the words I had said before, he added, "The greatest chastisement I can give you, the priest and the people, is to free you from this state of suffering. My justice would pour out in all of its fury, because it would find no opposition." This is so true that the worst evil for someone is to be given an office and then to be removed from it. It would be better for him had he not been admitted to that office, since, by abusing it and not profiting from it, he has rendered himself unworthy of it. Then Jesus continued to come quite a few times today, but so afflicted as to move one to pity and to tears, maybe even the stones. I tried to console him as much as I could. Now I would embrace him. Now I would sustain his head, which was in great pain. Now I would say to him,
Watch what
"Heart of my
magnesium.
heart, Jesus, it has never been your usual way to appear so afflicted to me. If other times you made yourself seen afflicted, by pouring it into me, you would immediately change appearance. But now I am being denied the opportunity to give you this relief. Who would have thought, after you have consented to pour and to share your sufferings with me for so long, and you yourself did so much to dispose me, that now I would have to be deprived of it? Suffering for love of you was my only relief. It was suffering that made me bear my exile from heaven. But now, being deprived of it, I feel I have no place on which to lean anymore, and life becomes tedious to me. Oh please, oh holy spouse, beloved good, my dear life, oh please, let the pains come back to me, give me suffering. Do not look at my unworthiness and at my grave sins, but at your mercy, which has not exhausted itself. While I was pouring myself out with Jesus, he drew closer to me and told me, "My daughter, it is my justice that wants to pour itself out over the creatures. The number of sins in men is almost complete, and justice wants to come out, to make pomp of its fury, and to find reparation for the injustices of men. Look, to show you how embittered I am, and to content you a little bit, I want to pour only my breath into you." And so, drawing his lips near mine, he sent me his breath, which was so bitter that I felt my mouth, my heart, and my whole person being intoxicated. If his mere breath was so bitter, what must be the rest of Jesus? He left me with such pain that I felt my heart pierced through. May 12, 1899. Jesus makes her content, pouring sweetnesses and bitternesses from his side. This morning, continuing to make himself seen afflicted, my adorable Jesus transported me outside of myself and showed me the various offenses he was receiving. I began to pray again that he would pour his bitternesses into me. At the beginning,
Watch what
Jesus did
magnesium.
not pay attention to me, and he just told me, "My daughter, only then is charity perfect when it is done for the sole purpose of pleasing me, and only then is it called true charity and is it recognized by me when it is stripped of everything." Taking the occasion from his very words, I said to him, "Jesus, my dear, it is precisely for this that I want you to pour your bitternesses into me, to be able to relieve you from so many pains. And if I pray you also to spare the creatures, it is because I remember well that on other occasions, after you had chastised the creatures, in seeing them suffer so much from poverty and other things, you too suffered very much. On the other hand, when I have been attentive and I have prayed you and importuned you to the point of tiring you, so much so that you were pleased to pour it into me, sparing them, afterwards you have been very content about it. Don't you remember? Besides, are they not your images?" Seeing himself persuaded, Jesus told me, "Because of you, it is necessary to make you content, draw near me and drink from my side." So I did. I drew near him to drink from his side, but instead of bitterness, I suckled a most sweet blood, which inebriated all of me with love and with sweetness. Yes, I was content, but this was not my intention. So turning to him, I said, "My dear good, what are you doing? What comes out is not bitter, but sweet. Oh, please, I pray you, pour your own bitternesses into me." And Jesus, looking at me benignly, told me, "Keep drinking, for the bitter will come afterwards." So I attached myself to his side again, and after the sweet kept coming for a while, the bitter also came. But who can say the intensity of the bitterness? After I was satiated from drinking, I got up, and looking at his head which had the crown of thorns, I removed it and I drove it onto my head. Jesus seemed to be all compliant, while other times he had not permitted this. How beautiful it was to see Jesus after he had
Watch
poured
what
his
magnesium.
bitternesses. He seemed almost disarmed, without strength, but all meek, like a humble little lamb, all compliant. I realized that it was very late, but since the confessor had come early in the morning to call me to obedience, it wasn't that I knew that I was to be called by obedience, for at the obedience Jesus leaves me free. So turning to him, I said, "Most sweet Jesus, do not allow that I cause trouble to my family and bother to the confessor by having him come again. Oh, please, I beg you yourself, let me return into myself." Jesus told me, "My daughter, today I do not want to leave you. And I too do not have the heart to leave you, but just for a little while to let my family see that I am inside myself, and then we will return to be together." So, after a long differing, saying goodbye to each other, he left me for a little while. It was precisely lunchtime, and my family was just coming to call me. But even though I felt I was inside myself, I felt all full of suffering, my head would not hold up. That bitter and that sweet which I had drunk from the side of Jesus gave me such satiety and suffering together, that it was impossible for me to take anything else. The word I had given to Jesus kept me on tenterhooks, so, with the pretext that my head was aching, I said to my family, "Let me be alone, for I don't want anything." So I was left free again, and immediately I began to call my sweet Jesus, and he, always benign, came back. But who can say what happened to me today? How many graces Jesus gave to my soul, how many things he made me understand. It is impossible to express it with words. Then, after staying for a long time in order to calm my sufferings, Jesus poured sweet milk from his mouth, and then, around evening, he left me, giving me his word that he would come back soon. And so I found myself inside myself again, but a little bit more free of sufferings. May 16, 1899.
Watch
The
what